Okay, we're going to dive in and get a little bit deeper into the editor and adding and updating specific elements within WordPress. Basically, a website is made of pages, and WordPress works the same way other than if you have a blog. So now we're working with blog pages, blog posts as they're called, and regular pages. Okay, so if we come to the back end, we're going to have a section for posts, we're going to have a section for pages. And as you can see in the Right Now box, it's going to tell you exactly what's going on. I have only one post, 6 pages, 1 category, and 0 tags. You have comments over here in this section. Okay, so if I click the pages section, I'm going to come to all the pages we've made, whether they've been saved or not. Once you get to so many, I want to say it's 20 or 25, this section will paginate. I don't know that you're ever going to have that many on the site, but if you do, you'll paginate, and then you can use the search feature right here to search for your pages that you made if you cannot find them. If you need to delete one, you can do it a couple different ways. You can check this, and then over under bulk actions, if this thing drops down, we can move to trash, and then hit apply. If you move it to trash, it's not deleted. It's just moved into the trash section. And in case you maybe need to recover it or you made a mistake or something like that, you could go and get it out of the trash. To permanently delete it, you would have to go into the trash section. All right. Now to edit any of these pages, we could do it a couple ways. You could roll over and click this link directly. You could click edit. I really wouldn't worry about this too much. You're not going to really need it. So let's go ahead and click featured products. And this is going to be your basic editor. So if you needed to type in content just like you would an email, you would do that in here. And just like a Word document and an email as well, up here we have different actions that we can do. So maybe we want to make this bold, we click the B button, we want to make it italic. You want to align it left, align it right, that kind of a thing. You want to maybe make a link out of it. Here's the link button for you. You click it, you add your URL. Things you've seen before in emails and so forth. Now, a neat little item is over here, right here. This is called the kitchen sink. If I click this, now I have access to even more things that I can do as far as underlining or changing font color or some other stuff. I would use this lightly. Another thing I want to point out is if you look at this tab right here, visual and HTML. That's what mode we're editing in. So right now we're in visual mode, kind of like what you see is what you get, so to speak. HTML is exactly what it says. It's HTML. So if I hit this, now you'll see the HTML. You'll see that the EM for, excuse me, for the italics, you'll see the strong HTML for making this bold, and that's how that works. But you can conversely, and what I actually prefer, is you can just type in this without doing the HTML code for it. So if you just want to type stuff in there, and do your things that way and hit save, it still works the same way. There's no major difference. Okay? Another thing I want to point out is over to the right we have update and we have preview changes. So let's say I've made this change right here. I've added this information in this section. If I hit update, it's live. It's already made your change. It's made that post directly to your website. Well, what you may want to do is view this before you post it live. So you would actually click Preview Changes, and that's going to load up your page. You can view it. Hey, it looks great. I'll go ahead and update. Now, the one caveat to that is sometimes the Preview Changes page, it formats the rest of your website a little goofy. So if you see other elements kind of weird, kind of out of place, ignore it. Just focus on the main content. And if it still looks weird, shoot me an email and I'll check it. But more than likely, you're okay. Okay. Also in this section over here, we're going to see obviously we can move it to the trash. You're going to see status, visibility, and a published date. Okay, so this is really good for blogs and things like that. Maybe this is published and you don't want to publish it. Maybe you want to unpublish it, whatever the case may be, so it's offline. If I click this edit, you'll see a little box, and I can change it. I would hit OK, and after I hit OK, I would update. As well as visibility. And basically, this is a generic password-protected section. So right now, anybody can see it. I can set it to private. Doesn't really do a whole lot other than if you're logged in, as an admin and back-end user as we are now. or password protected. You can do that for a page and basically just type in a generic password, and the person would have to use that password to log into a page. Not sure if you're ever going to need that, but I kind of want to go over a couple things up in this section. Right below that is the published on. So if I publish this today, I will get the date, but maybe you want to change that. Maybe you want to change it for a year ago or next month or tomorrow, whatever the case may be. You can come in here and you can actually play around with the time. Anytime you make these changes though, just make sure you hit update so it's saved. Okay, that's all I'm really going to go into on this one. There's a lot to cover, and I really don't want to overwhelm you with a 30-minute video. Once I get into the 6 to 8 minute area, I try to stop. So I'll go ahead and continue this video in the next one.